Well, oh
I want to go to bed.
no! Oh, come on, let me start the live stream.
I just want to have fun.
Let me start the live stream, you little booty bomb.
You got this.
What?
Hey, that's some good luck.
Ow!
What's going on, everybody?
It's
Valley Blue sleeping like a baby.
David Mitchell here, and welcome back to Fan to Trade, episode 78, Trade to Galore, 17.
Bitches.
You little booty bomb! I'm trying to start the live stream.
Go for you.
Oh my god! I'm trying to do. No, not the no version. No. Oh my god! I can't even do the live stream properly.
Okay. I got this. Unless I want to have fun.
No, my cheeks are cramping up. Ow, Belle. Ow. Now you can't tickle me. No, never. You want me to tie you up and then tickle you?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry to that's PG. Rated PG. PG-13,
Good,
David.
sir. Oh, all right. No! Oh my god. Alright, get that. There we go. That ready. Alright. What's going on, everybody? Fan the trains here. Our check we already did 78, but we got more model train magazines today.
Roll on, bitches.
And one of my friends managed, or check with two of my friends who are also fellow YouTuber, got their train layouts in Model Railroader. So, yeah.
Walk like Ohio.
Hmm.
Walk like Ohio.
They'll be in a little booty bomb tonight.
Roll on, bitches. Woo.
All right. It went pretty good because it started out with an Alco RSD 15, which is a road switcher. Pretty cool. And in scale. Got refrigerator reapers from scale trains. So yeah. It kind of ironic for Memorial Day right here by the Bar Garden train layout. And it Parco or Pico, would say. Got pretty cool. They got the in scale, so I am thinking about it down the line. So yeah. They're pretty cool German model train company with German locomotives. A little bit cool, and I'll be on it. I am part German, so that is cool for me anyway.
Let me go to bed.
If they had the in scale, I would have bought the.
Can I turn the lights off?
You can put a blanket over your head, though.
No, I'm good. Baby.
That better.
I can't sleep.
Oh, sorry.
Roll on, bitches.
That better. Val got work at 5:30 in the morning, so yeah. Ooh, my butt is a little hurting. But if they had an in scale, I would buy though. They got O scale stuff, which I'm not looking for. Now, these I would get an in scale too. They got the in-shell chargers, but I do think look cool. I understand the backlash, but Jesus, take a chill pill. But yeah, look at this. Now, that a cool looking boxcar right there. If they had that in scale, that I would probably get. Autorack right there, a Joe, more of an in scale person. Mm-hmm. And that for big people. Now, I am when next time we have a model train show, I'm going to buy about 2 to 4 more of these. Because when it comes to that, I am going to get center beams. Or not center beam, but bulkhead flat cars. Down the line, I'm probably going to have a company that gets center beams and box cars. Maybe all 3, but you know, it depends. The old B&O, or not B&O, C&O. Yeah, they got Alcos. That's cool. To be honest, it sucked what happened to Alco. But to be honest, they did left a ton of cool locomotives. But a lot did manage to get into preservation, with a good thing. So yeah, and y'all know I am an Alco lover. Alcos are some of my favorite. This photo is cool. Don't get me wrong, that looked cool. And I see the aesthetic with that one track being abandoned. And then, you know, trying to make this where if I could find a grain setter like this and modify it for modern era, that I will do. Look at that. That at night and in scale. Now, when I did talk about my model railroad in scale, it's not using 6-axle power. It's a 4-axle railroad, meaning only 4-axle locomotive can go on it. Because they're going to have rugged track that you would see on an industrial park railroad and all of that. Picking up North Dakota. So, yeah. The reason why I'm showing this one first because it don't have any track plans. So, yeah. Duluth, Missouri, and Iron Range. Pretty cool railroad. Got it. Exactly, if I'm right, that a book about Garden Railroad right there. That they're, you know, or wait, Oh yeah, it is. Ah. In scale. That now, if I do like an expansion where it also a short line railroad, I would probably buy one of these, but you know, 1 or 2 of these for mainline because I am all into short lines, not like mainline, but yeah. It look cool. My feet are itching. Sorry about that. That cool. I'm not gonna lie about this. And another in scale. I might get 6 actual power, but that would probably be for the interchange. But not for the railroad, but for interchanging and going to model train club. This is cool. I don't understand why Union Pacific have not done a paint scheme like this, but that is pretty cool. And it, even though with a Jibo, it still look cool. The Frisso. An HO. Got the Frisco. I can't say it properly, but yeah. Got a PRR. Passenger car. Ooh, got a Jeep. Got a Jeep. The high hood variant are some of my favorite. They're up there with the Alco locomotives. But it's something I would use like around a paper mill. Yeah. Like, I would use one of these in a paper mill because they're up there. Pretty cool. It got 2 motor, not 1 but 2. Huh. That is clever having 2 of them for HO locomotive. It's J-Bond space plus and make it harder to, in case one break, you can still keep on moving with the other one. But y'all know I prefer having a locomotive that have all actual powered, not just one. Speaking that with my HO, not HO, but in scale and my HO stuff, I'm going to have to clean some of that to get it because there probably some buildup on the wheels. So that I'm probably going to have to do some work on in the future. But yeah, this stuff right here, cool. Now it's this stuff right here. If they have the in scale, I would buy that in a heartbeat if they have that in scale. No doubt about it. And the reason why is that I can actually modify, change some stuff around, and make it where it can get box cars, or probably, let's just say, tanker or covered hopper. So that would be cool. Or probably refrigerated Reaper cars. You know, I'm not a fan of refrigerated Reaper car because those are hard to make a business for. Because they gotta be sort of big. But yeah, but they're pretty cool. Even though there were no other stuff. That cool with stuff at the back of time from 1982. But yeah, look at that. But you got it right here, which is pretty cool. With the low boy flat cars in HO. But you got coil cars in the back. Now, they have HO, but I'm hoping eventually they bring some to ends because that's another thing I want to try down the line. One as for a customer. Because it'll be something pretty cool to have a customer that it serve that way, if y'all know what I mean. But yeah, hold it. 1 sec. What one we're going next? We're going with model train. I meant model railroad. I meant railroad model customs next. Oh, I had a brain fart. We're doing the big ones first, and then we'll get to the good stuff. They got them good stuff in it, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Oh, yeah, done stuff right here. That locomotive right there, the N-scale N&W wide 6B 2882, that looked good. Same with all the other stuff right here. That all looked good too, if y'all know what I mean. Got one on Sing It right there. Hey, to be honest, don't get me wrong, Reaper cars are cool, but you know, I like having more variety. If y'all know what I mean. And also tomorrow is Memorial Day, so yeah. Ooh, I like this. That looked cool. Don't get me wrong. That looked cool, and that probably Microtrain 7% air reefer car. Ooh, that looked cool. That actually looked cool. And that was probably the predecessor for the modern boxcar. Oh, we got them white trash trailers in HO. Yeah, pretty cool. I had to do the white trash meme, if y'all know what I mean. Because it was a staple for white trash back in the day. Exactly in a mobile home. But yeah. Oh, the veteran. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we're coming up to the one of the only train layout on did one with the Rock Island train layout. To be honest, this layout I do think cool. Look at that. And a big boy. Not gonna lie. It got an upper and lower level. It's set in the 1964 to 1974. This train layout can actually be set in the modern era too, which is so cool. Even though, and there are area on the line that can be set in modern era. But you also got the Union Pacific on here too. That make it cool because you got two different railroads. Truly. But line go from literally through multiple states. It crazy in a way. Wow. But the way in Texas, that for sure. Oh my God, well snoring. That looked pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Heck, it can be set in modern era, which the thing that I'm glad with. The photos look amazing, and the artwork and like them adding smoke in some of them, that look cool. Now this is an interesting car right here. That I'm not going to lie about. Oof, so crazy just to think about it. Dang it, they don't use that type anymore, so it is super rare ones that are now like extinct. Yeah, I gotta start kicking it, but not. Now, these are cool. I have seen the now. If they have the in scale, I would do it. Heck, pretty cool when you did think about it, and it all made with pretty damn well. It didn't O scale, but still a pretty cool thing when you did think about it. Now the farming, all that. Y'all can pause if you want to catch any of the chain right here. But yeah, Vela snoring in the background. Oof, she popped my neck. it, really kind of adorable right here, with it being an HO. But yeah, kind of cute because it's up in Eastern European in a way because it got that Eastern European theme. But yeah. Now look at this. They'll look them look cool. Can be now. If they had done in scale, I would do them. Also, they got a cool looking work truck right here. They can run on rails, which they were cool, and that they on the Union Pacific model. We're coming up on the last couple of pages. I just want to move. My hands are tired. But yeah. Cool. Now, this railroad right here, I have mapped out, and it could be used as a model train lamp. But yeah. One minute, I'm looking at this. So was it over a month ago? Wow. Crazy. Cool looking. Yeah, I was snoring her head off. If y'all know what I mean. The second magazine out of 4. Oh yeah, we had 4 magazines. That how many we have? Let me check one with my friend. Alright, did one have one of my friends like it because it out with 2 friends. But it model railroading magazine. They are always the extra ones, if you know what I mean. Got a little bit of the United Kingdom for first page. So yeah, that's a thing. So I could for a couple pages, and you got we a track plan. So the for British track plan we're showing on. But you got a background, but pretty cool. Even though I'm more of an American one, it's still cool seeing this. Because it is a British train layout. But yeah, look at that. But you got movable car on the layout too that move around. Which that is pretty good in itself if y'all know what I mean. Also, we got an Elko. Hi, Hood. Is it cool right here? But it lettering it. That all cool right there if y'all know what I mean. Oop. Don't need to damage the pages. You guys never did watch me accidentally do something stupid. Oof. They right here are pretty good for what it is. Yeah, the train clock going off. Are you okay? Now, they're pretty cool sketches. Let me. But yeah, there is some better jam of them because pretty good looking, but I can improve these. But yeah. Also, you got Amtrak on this side. Did it be on a railroad, which in New Haven? Look at track point at that. It looked pretty good. Now this I can modernize. Because it is in the Northeast corridor, what I would do is take the electrified freight section out because we don't do electrified freight in the U.S. anywhere except for the one town in Iowa. So RIP. But kind of sad. But yeah. Then modernize it and add an hour step out of freight to some of the freight area, if y'all know what I mean. But we would be removing the electrified section that is not Northeast corridor reference. So yeah. But the layout looked pretty cool. And it had to be made by a YouTuber friend of mine. He's done a lot for the railroad community. Mm-hmm. Mm. And now I'm being kind of quiet. I don't want to disturb her that much. If y'all know what I mean. Pretty cool for what it is. Oh, I already tore paint. Oof. It looked cool right here. Talking about how to get everything right. Building a highway my way. And did an in scale right here. In scale lettering, which eventually I might get around doing something like that for YouTube and down the line once everything get better. But yeah. Pretty cool right here. Man, I think I hear PO 98 coming. Yep, that is PO 98 I hear coming. Look at this. U-boat. Probably that PO. That not it. Nope, that freight, not Amtrak. Oops. I mean, both trains are runaway, if I'm right. Oh, this is cool right here. Dun dun dun, the little Mega Mover song. Dun dun dun. That a freight train going by. Like one thing I might add to my train layout: an oversized load carrying escort. That would be probably cool for a part of train layout. This stuff look cool right here. Is that a boxcar or a trailer? They're being dumped out. I'm really not sure. Huh. In that one picture. Oh, it is. Not crazy. Also, look at all the. Now that a beautiful photo. I'm not gonna lie, that looked nice. This also looked cool right here too. So yeah. Also, you got a lot of stuff right here. Now, if they had the gondola, the covered hoppers, and the bulkhead flacking in scale, I would think about that. But they don't. One other thing I like. There we go. Is that in scale tanker cars that are set in modern era, which are hard to find. But yeah. Now we're on to the last one, and we only got one track plan ideal from Real World that I'm going to be showing today because, let's be honest, I have not been checking them up lately. Need to start doing that again. So yeah, my fault there. But this one got two good track plans in it, and you can actually see one of them, one at the track plan photo, which I would like to do this in a modern era setting, and a what if you know what I mean. But this stuff right here looked cool. The switcher right there, if they had something like that in scale, I would. But yeah, same with the GP38s, those look cool. Hey Joe, if they had them in you all know. Seen? But they're pretty good detail, so they're probably expensive. But yeah, pretty cool right here, Tom. Also, shout out to my friend Nick Kozrak. He interviewed the people who made the train time come aboard, which he made an interview with them on his YouTube channel. Bit of pretty cool. So shout out to you, bud. Just a cool right here. They got a. Is that it? What's yo? Oh, all in a Joe. Oof. But they all look cool. Now I am being quick with this. You got a time restraint. That looked cool. I'm not gonna lie. Now, in scale, cool. Now, the LGB garden train stuff, that looked awesome. There was a point where I did talk about doing a garden train layout back when I was around about 13 and 14 years old, and that was for a log and lock because back then I was into the logging and steaming and stuff. I slowly transferred into the modern industrial switching railroads. So about almost 10 years ago, I was thinking about it. Particularly yet, it was about 11 years ago to be more exact that I was thinking about it. And now I transferred over to something I actually like. Now, here is one of the reasons why. And it does. Seaboard Central, which is a fellow YouTuber friend of mine who actually is a fellow YouTuber, and he have did train out. Now he have torn down the original and he rebuilding it. But before you've seen a little bit of it, but it's pretty cool. Now let's track plan looked pretty awesome. That I'm not gonna lie about. It's a pretty awesome track plan. There is some stuff that I would like to add on, and I would be doing it in scale. And the train layout is set in the modern era. It's set in the modern era, so it's all modern. So yeah. One thing I would do is to get rid of the engine chain, because I would probably do like the engine chain on this side right here and put like either like a paper mill or something right here that are coming in from this direction where it terminate right here, and have this be the interchange point from my version and use it at interchange yard. So that's what I would do. Don't get me wrong, it's still a cool train layout. Now he did shave that one piece of the old layout and he put in it with the new layout, which is awesome. Also here a coal temple or a coal mine, to be more exact. We're now in the middle of the magazine. Also, we're now at the air train layout, which is a railroad from the future. Alright. But look at the track plan. The track plan is pretty cool. It's set in the, well, let me check what era it's set in. From 1948 to 1954. It's set in that time period. But I'm going to do like a what if it lasted until the modern era. It would be pretty cool. That I'm not going to lie about. Some stuff I would change around, but it would be very awesome to think about it. That I'm not going to lie about. Plus, you would have a ton of opportunity, and I would be doing it in scale. So yeah. Also here, thing talking about radius, building a loop. Also, I would be using one of D in scale. Or technically, it is in scale, though. I would want to see it because I would be using one of D if I get a chance to, you know. And you have a DCC ready, so that's awesome. So, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, it would probably be a pain in the butt to get it DCC compatible. Now we are coming up on the back of the one, so yeah, with all the locomotive types. But yeah, and freight cars. So let me tear this one up. I got a 2-footer. What do you call a trench locomotive right here? So yeah, got the nice photos right here. Oh, you got one right here at the Brewwood CERN, with it pretty cool. Yep, that one on bottom is the Brewwood CERN. With RIP them. They did took a hit with one of their biggest customers, the paper mill, shutting down. They still got multiple customers, but that means less traffic on the line. But they do got a big. Their next big customer is a grain facility. That there our biggest customer on the line is a grain provider, because a lot of farming it up there in the mountains. So yeah, which is ironic. Oh, before a minute. Yeah. Oh, here at by the yard. The one, and let me read it. Can you pass the potatoes around here? And you think you do not want a train on the dinner room table? That's funny. That's funny. Like literally, can you pass around the dinner or this? Oh, 1 minute. Hey Val. Valley Boo. Valley Boo. Hey. Alright. She is sleepy. Oh, 1 minute. But yeah. But this is a funny one. I did ask about the scooter over some. Got a CXX one on the Miami piece. In the then you got Kato, which is all normal. Then you got the HO scale coil cars. But yeah. Now I have about to scoot over some before I can have we sit on there in a few minutes. It here in New Hope, Tennessee. It's pretty good for what it is, but to be honest, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice for what it is, if you know what I mean. Like, like New Hope is there a night railroad there, what you guys can probably see. One minute. To check in, something. But yeah, it right there for New Hope, Tennessee. Mm. Now, what get our guest is online, if y'all know what I'm saying. And let's see who is online right now in the model railroading community. So yeah. A little laggy. Let's check if Gorda online tonight. Let me get up right here. To be honest, it is Memorial Day weekend, so everybody probably partying and all that. If y'all know what I mean. So yeah. Gorda not online, so oof. What Bradley, let me call him again. Let me turn that down. Alright, yeah, both of them are sleeping. So yeah. But that one track plan, to be honest, it's pretty solid for what it is. By the way, I got the memes on the bottom that I'm working on. So if you notice anything under this, when I do not show, there were memes that I'm working on that I don't want to show yet. So if you seen a little bit, it's probably the memes that I'm working on. So yeah, I got the memes that are planned. Heck, probably a good idea. But yeah, 1 minute. There we go. Oh. Alright, look like Russia busy. Dang. Let me check it probably on Facebook Genesis. But yeah, I've been working on the memes. I might to scrap it, so that's something. So the meme thing, what's up in something I was thinking about. Hmm. 1 minute, just checking. Train Man is probably already asleep, and if y'all don't know who Train Man is, he a friend of mine that lives here in Revenant area. Philadelphia, if y'all know what I'm saying. Victor Drive. But yeah. I'm checking for any of the guys, see any of the railroad or wrong one. Let it really. Hmm. Alright. See you for a friend. Hmm. Seem like the night that most people would probably be up because tomorrow being Memorial Day weekend or Memorial Day. I get half of them are sleeping or probably just partying hard for a Sunday night. Already seen that happen a couple of times. So yeah, that's something we have seen happening. I might call training men. I'm not waiting all night for that, but mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Damn, I did realize a lot of Facebook's friends of mine been hacked, so that sucks. Mm. Mm. David probably. Oh, and yet I know a Dave. Well, let me call him. Or 1 minute, everyone. Going to see if he.
Hello?
Hey man, you busy?
No, what's going on?
I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. Would you like to say anything to people on live stream? Like
I'd have to see what the live stream is about first.
talking about trains and all the railroad and stuff.
Oh, that's right. I see you. Oh, way too much to say.
But hey, I want to ask, what do you think about the not Norfolk Southern, but the CXX Heritage unit?
I don't know that much about CSX. I grew up around Southern Pacific.
Oh,
Yeah, Union Pacific is really Southern Pacific in my heart.
to be honest, I'll be honest. I know you're aggravated that Union Pacific took it over.
No, what I'm mad is that they changed the name. They're really almost all the traffic is Southern Pacific. They should revert back to their real name.
I know. Worse yet is that they took down the Tennessee Pass. Am I right?
They kind of mothballed it. That's the problem. There was way too much trackage in that merger. It was a very, really, really weird merger. Like all the modern ones have been.
All right. I did a little research and did
I
record.
mean, that's why that was one of the conditions. Was this the only way BNSF allowed that to happen was they had to sell the line from New Orleans to Houston.
I was talking to a friend about the Tennessee Pass. Turned out that it should have never been mothballed, and reason why Union Pacific mothballed it was to keep other railroads from buying it.
Yeah, that's if you look at the maps, there's strategic abandonments and you have strategic retainments. You retain a tiny bit of track. That way you make it impossible for someone else to buy the whole line.
I know, and I don't know how the government don't, crack down on that.
Well, they've been doing it wrong for years. Look at New York Central. They had 2 lines from Buffalo to New York City. They should have never let that happen. If the ICC was serious about competition, they should have made the Lakeshore line or whatever, I forgot what it's really called, sold to Pennsylvania or someone else.
To be honest, the only reason the SCC or the Interstate Commerce Commission failed was because, let's be honest, the slimy car companies got their way into like Ford and GM. Like, if you think about it, the car companies were behind the restrictions because if you want to screw over your competition, you got to screw over their laws and stuff. Heck, and
no, the reason I would say no on that is because it was really trucking that screwed over the railroads.
not just that, but here's
I
something.
guess the car companies did make a lot of trucks, obviously, but
if you want to make it easier for your,
trucking was regulated too.
I know,
Not enough, but it was definitely rarely regulated by the ICC until the 80s.
I know. Jane is that the trucking company, they would not regulate it as much as the railroads.
No, they weren't.
And Jane is that the Interstate Commerce Commission, when Teddy Roosevelt originally made it, it was to stop corruption. But Jane is that it ended up becoming corrupt itself,
Yeah, that's called regulatory capture.
I have a friend who document and research about how it's up to, and he said that the SEC around the late 40s, mid 50s started getting corrupt. And he noted some people that worked with cars that should have not been in the Interstate Commerce Commission. He checked records and all that, and he said that, and he told me the document because it's a friend of mine that look up the books and stuff and document everything. He showed me the books in person when one time I talked to him about this, and he said The guys literally slimed their way into the Interstate Commerce Commission to make it hard on the railroad. And then in the 50s, when Eisenhower went in there with, I'll tell you this, Eisenhower was a terrible president. The only thing he did right was desegregate the army. That's the only thing he did right. But thing that he wrote the thing that he did that really put the country down the path it is now is the Interstate Act. And
yeah, I mean, but if it weren't Eisenhower that did it, Congress would have done it anyway. So that's the problem.
But here's the thing, most people don't realize it. All that money that built the interstate did not came from the taxpayer, did not came from the government. It came from the railroads. The money was taken from the railroad against their will and given to their competent, and the competent were made tax-free. And with the SEC, with their heavy restriction, when you combine the heavy restriction and the FCC, that right there is a perfect storm to screw over passenger rail and screw over the rail system. Perfect storm.
Oh, it started happening long before that.
I know, but Jane, is it that did what Jane that caused the perfect storm? Jane, is the railroad, they could have recovered from it if the SEC was not as strict as it was. Like literally, and Jane is when the Pennsylvania and Pan Am, or not Pan Am, but New York Central merged. Jane is they wanted to merge with other railroads. Jane is that was the only thing or last options, you know. Jane is that everybody blamed the Interstate Commerce Commission for all to happen, and because it's technically their fault anyway, you know. And
well, the ICC was never good. It should have never been made in the first place.
To be honest, if Teddy Roosevelt seen how bad the SEC was going to get, I guarantee he would probably have never made it. Like, to be honest, Teddy Roosevelt is one of our damn good presidents because he had his heart in the right place because he wanted to trust bust corruption. And to be honest, the guy was damn good at trust busting like big company like Standard Oil. He knew all this stuff could have happened, and he tried to prevent it. He was one of our good presidents. And I'll always say that, you know?
Taft that broke up Standard Oil.
I know, but Teddy Roosevelt was one who set it up to fall. Teddy Roosevelt was a damn good president. Hell, some of the stuff he did, I still agree with. Also, have you ever heard of the GM streetcar scandal?
Yeah, I've looked into that 100 times.
I'll be on about. If it was not true, then why did the government fine GM almost $500,000? Like, why? Like, really? When you did think about it, it did happen because the government did fine GM and all the other car companies who were cahooting at the time for buying up all our interurban and streetcar system and tearing them up to replace them with bus.
Are already gone.
I know, but Jane is.
Interurbans killed themselves because they didn't know how to invest their capital right.
Here, Jane, passenger rail, commuter rail don't need to make a profit. If anybody say need to make a profit, then the road got to make a profit. And Jane, if the road don't make a profit.
Depends which road. Some roads make profits.
I know, but when you did think about
Obviously, municipal streets don't. That's where the financing becomes fuzzy because you're paying the gas tax.
Mm-hmm. But
the freeway, even if you never drive on the freeway, like where I live, I almost never drive on the freeway, but obviously all the taxes go to the freeway.
To be honest, our country could have the capability for high-speed rail, do have the capability for inner-city rail, for commuter rail, and Jane, is it that everybody is just sniffing up that drug that it called a car? I'll be honest, the car is like crack, it's like a drug you can't get rid of.
Well, it took 50 years to get to this point. It would take probably at least 50 years to go to somewhere else.
I know. To be honest, here, Jane, I live in Charleston, South Carolina, and everybody say
Charleston.
Yeah, I live right by the CXXA line, or the area of the CXXA line I live along called the Charleston Sub. We get the auto train and the Palmetto, but Jane is, and this is what I'm going to be on it about, and I'm going to say this. Charleston have a population of now 300,000 because we've been growing rapidly for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's definitely have them.
And Jane is
the suburbs.
Jane is their team. We don't have the capability for commuter rail, but that be it. And there's a reason why I'm going to say that. Look at Düsseldorf, Germany. They have a population of 100,000, and they got 6 commuter rail lines, and they run reliably.
It's not just about population; it's about job center distance. That's what made trolleys and commuter rail good. Was all back in the day, all jobs were downtown.
And see,
now cities are a lot more spread out, so that makes things a lot harder.
I know, but here, Jane, like no one, if anybody who's saving money want to go hang out with friends or just want to go somewhere without having to drive a car, they don't even have that option. Like you're forced to buy a car, you're forced to buy car insurance. Like, Jane, is it that our option was taken from us, and we were being forced on with cars. Jane, is it that here, Jane, I live out in Ravenel. I go to town I live in, and I work in West Ashland at a Walmart. If we had a commuter rail here, I would take that any day of the week instead of having to drive or like carpool to work. Like I would take that any day of the week because it's cheaper. It would save money, and reason why is because a lot of stuff. And by the way, we bulldozed our city down to the ground, and we built it for the car. We never built it for a car, but we bulldozed it for the car. Like,
it depends which city. They have some of the older, bigger cities. They did that a little bit because they had to make the freeways go through town. Of course, they didn't have to do that. They could have just made the freeways around town, so that would have made more sense.
I know, but I'm probably should let you get going because I have another friend calling me. So talk to you later, man.
Sure.
Later.
I'm ducking you. Bye.
Join call. I'm Brightline is officially joining after about nearly a month of him being no-show. God dang. Come on, bud. I'm not gonna lie, but it's been a month in the making. Oops. Hey, bud. It's been a while.
My internet sucks right now.
I know. You doing good?
So, I'm doing good.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
So, about yeah?
Brightline had another train accident again.
Oh, that...
Caught on video. It was a car hauler.
Oh. Those accidents, it has to be with a crossing, right?
Yep.
Those happen those train accidents are pretty common in America. You know,
I know, and that because of how entitled drivers are. They think they own everything.
I know. On a light note,
Can you say that again, Brightline? Oop. Hey, bud, you there? Oh, boy.
Broward County Transit had Primo plan.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Hey.
Right now, the Broward County Transit has approved of a new transit plan called the Primo plan. It's like a rail and bus transit plan.
Ooh. That promising.
Yeah. Since I'm from Broward County, I'm pretty interested on this plan.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Hey, speaking of that, did you watch, not just Bike most recent video?
What? I'm trying to...
Did you watch not just Bike's most recent video?
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't watched it.
He did hit 1 million subscribers.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of that, did you watch? I'm going to bring it up. Did you watch Alan Fisher video talking about Econ Man?
Economist.
Yeah. Do you know?
I watched it.
You know he nuked that YouTuber career
Into oblivion. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, to be honest, because he admitted that he would bias toward transit. Econ Man it biased toward transit. He even admitted that himself. Am I right?
Yeah, he's way too biased about driving a car.
Like literally car NIMBYs. He's the point and example of why people who drive cars are entitled idiots.
Yeah, true.
Heck.
I mean, not even, drivers don't actually obey traffic laws or, in this case, speed limits.
True.
I mean, they drive over the speed limit.
Heck, here's something. My mom and them think that it's okay driving 5 miles above the speed limit, but it actually not. It's illegal.
I mean, it's not. You have to drive what the sign tells you.
Exactly. And that's...
Speed doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
I mean, when the road is too wide, it's comfortable to speed. The wider the road, the easier to speed.
And that's the problem. That's the problem, am I right?
Yes. For example, if you're speeding down a highway, you feel like you're comfortable going 70 miles an hour because the interstate allows it to. It's designed to it's designed for that speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, right?
Yes, I know what you mean. But Brightline, you want to know how many subscribers that Econ Man lost?
How many?
He lost almost 1 million subscribers.
Holy smokes.
You know that pretty bad.
It's like the Bud Light of YouTube.
I know.
I mean, what's going on with Bud Light right now? They lost about nearly $15 billion in assets.
Well, that's because they hired a trans woman as their sponsor,
Yeah, well, I didn't hear that because my sister was talking in the background. Could you say that again?
They sponsored a trans woman.
Well, they actually made a mistake there because she's an influencer from TikTok, and people
from
they don't like people from TikTok.
I know. That was the biggest mistake that they ever made,
I mean, they're trying to push this
woke.
I mean, they tried to push this agenda on our throats. They're they told their consumers that they're out of touch. But the problem is But the problem is Bud Light has been out of touch. You cannot blame the consumer base since they don't want to see them pushing this stuff down their throats.
Heck, everybody tired of having wokeness, what it called, the woke.
Yeah.
Like for the love of all right, stop cramming it down people's throat. Oh, speaking of that, get what our state did ban. You remember when I was talking about Fed Now a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah. Fed Now is banned.
Yeah,
That's a horrible program.
I know.
Horrible program.
Because let's be honest, no one wants their money being controlled and where they can go and where they cannot.
Well, the United States government is still trying to get their hands on get their hands on our data by using virtual currency. They're replacing the physical dollar with the virtual dollar.
Well, there are people in Congress who are fighting against it, and they're about to put a law in, and that law might make it a treason to adjust this,
Yes.
If it does, please let it happen, because it mean everybody who supported Fed Now will be a traitor to the U.S. and would be branded at a treason. And you know what happened to people who do treason? They either go to jail for a long time or they get executed.
Yeah.
And we all know what happened.
I know what you. Alstom. The Valley Liberty train sets have been delayed.
Again?
Yeah.
When are they now that they're saying that when they're going to come out now?
Yeah, there were issues with Avelia Liberty train sets. It's on the Acela Express, I believe. And on the American Rail Club, they actually sent me a link on the article.
So why did they get it delayed again?
Due to some issues. Again.
So how long before they become Ruby for Amtrak?
2024 or 2025.
It gotta be 2024 because they cannot keep on delaying. It's been damn on 4 years already.
Yeah, and if they do it now, I think Amtrak, if they actually delayed it further to 2025, that's gonna be a common Alstom L.
I know, and it could be bad for Alstom in the U.S.
By the way, that's a French company who designed that.
I know.
Train set.
I know. They need to either have it up and running now, or they're going to lose, buyers in the U.S.
Well, I actually there was a guy that said that was a common France L, and I replied to that comment. It was about the British told me that France and hell are one and the same.
Oh.
Boy, was that accurate.
Hey, well, to be honest, the French did surrender during the beginning of World War II, but they came up back like hellbats,
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't like to bash on France. They have a great railroad system. Not gonna lie.
True. Hey, let's not forget that Spain have a dual-gauge high-speed locomotive.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. That, I'm not gonna lie, is a superior thing there thing can hit high speed on narrow gauge.
Well, I've heard that a rail fan there was a rare rail fan video that I just watched about there was a derailment on CSX rail on one of the CSX rail lines on North Carolina.
Caught it on video or the aftermath?
It was the aftermath. So there was a day when I believe they were on. I believe Amtrak. The Amtrak auto train came first on the North Carolina S line. No,
A line.
in the S line of North Carolina. It's not an Amtrak train that got involved. It was a CSX train that was on the S line. So they had to divert the trains to the A line.
You know, the auto train is an A line train. It don't go on the S line.
Yeah. The auto train just got on the A line. So the first train was the auto train, the first Amtrak train that came on the video. The second one was a consist of both Amtrak, the Amtrak Silver Meteor, and the Silver Star coupled together. That is one of the rare catches that I had ever seen.
They do that, and halfway in North Carolina, they break apart and they split off, and they eventually come back together down in Savannah. You know?
Yeah.
But
I think Amtrak is doing a cost maintenance there, or cost
probably
way.
Probably is, but hopefully Amtrak can get it act together and get a high-speed corridor back fully up and functional this time, you know?
True.
Oh, speaking of that, did you see the photo of the new CSX Heritage unit?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
You heard GXX now have a Heritage unit in the B&O paint scheme.
That was about a week ago that we talked about that.
Yeah. To be honest, people are hoping that they repaint the front of it, but I'm fine with it, you know?
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looked cool going from, from the back, from the original railroad to the modern predecessor, you know? You know what I mean?
Well, I heard there was another derailment happening in Alabama just a few days back.
Oh, yeah.
Derailments always happen in the United States.
I know, and if you could blame that on people who, are... Oh, sorry, Phil. People who are money hungry, am I right?
Yeah, true. Especially the New York Stock Exchange. The guys who are bean counters on Wall Street.
Vel said hi, Brightline.
Oh my god.
Oh, hello, Vel.
Didn't know she is sleepy because she got work at 5:30 in the morning tomorrow.
I see.
On Memorial Day of all days.
Well, today was Mother's Day here in the Dominican Republic.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Mother Day was 2 weeks ago for us here in the U.S.
I mean, like, for us, today was Mother's Day in the DR.
Wow. I get y'all have it later than us.
Yep. It's always late.
But, yeah. Speaking of that, I was talking to another guy earlier in a heated discussion about the GM Driscar scandal and the Interstate Commerce Commission. And you remember when I talked about how the Interstate Commerce Commission, they had people who were part of the car company in there? But I have a friend that I talked to that I know in person that go by my workplace sometime. I talked to him in person a couple of weeks ago. And me and him was talking about it, and he had them documentation and stuff that he looked up at some of the people who were part of the Interstate Commerce Commission. Turn out some of the people from the late 40s all the way through the 70s had connection to the big car corporations. So I'm not surprised, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so yeah.
so they slimed their way in, am I right? It did crazy. Am I right about that, Bright Line?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So about the United States, there was a fight between the debt ceiling.
Oh, yeah. That.
I know this is actually could affect us as the transportation industry as a whole.
I know.
They cannot even agree on the debt ceiling.
To be honest, you could blame that on Trump telling them.
I'm kind of pretty concerned about it if they raise it one more time because it's a stupid thing.
What?
Actually, it's been a problem way before Trump was in office.
I know. Jane is like in the debt ceiling. Like, am I right? Like, am I right about that?
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
And that
this could have been. I mean, this could have been avoided long ago.
I know. It's like the people back during World War One when they first started the debt stealing thing, seeing what was going to happen, they would say, "No, we're not doing this, not to screw our country up." You know, like, and then what?
If they raise it one more time they will try to keep raising it until our national debt actually surpasses our GDP, which is gonna affect the entire world as we know it.
I know, and people are finally getting tired of the Treasury. You know, the one who are doing the debt stealing. They're getting tired of it. You know, eventually people are going to come after them. You know.
Yeah, and most people would actually if they don't raise the tax ceiling, not the tax ceiling, but the debt ceiling, it would have been way worse if they did it, because if they did it, we would have been cutting programs, including the transportation sector would actually affect one of those programs.
I know. And it's up
kind of hurts.
Thing is that the car company, it would not bother them because it will make them more money. You want to know the reason why? Because it will force more people to drive because there will be less transportation.
Yep.
Kind of evil, you know?
I think we should actually, not only that, the U.S., there are some weird regulations in the United States, unnecessary regulations in the United States that are hindering ourselves from building high-speed rail and transportation projects.
Mm-hmm. And most of them was set up by people who work for the car company, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, that was even before the car companies. They were afraid of the railroads of having too much power in the United States government, so they actually implemented some of these regulations.
To be honest, if they knew how bad it would want to cause our country to get, they would probably just said, fuck it, we'll just deal with the power of the railroad in government. Am I right?
Yeah, true.
If they... But yeah, if they knew about that, they wouldn't. Also, did you notice the post that I posted on Facebook?
No, I haven't. I haven't checked Facebook recently.
I put a 2 things talking about how bad car infrastructure is and why we need to stop building for it. And they tend to make pretty good sense, you know?
Yeah, true. So, yeah. Anyways, what was I going to talk about? There's actually one party that actually benefits. Well, both parties are actually involved in this unnecessary regulations, but there's only one party that wants to get rid of those unnecessary regulations, and the other just wants to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to mention the party names right now because it might be divisive.
I know. Mm-hmm. But we know the car companies are behind it too, you know?
Yeah, the car companies are actually behind it. It's a political football.
To be honest, as I gotten older, I hate cars more as we go. Like, I did hate them more as we get older, you know?
Yeah.
Because now that I realize all the stuff that is going on, could have been averted if we had not started building everything for the damn car. You know? Like,
True.
it really pissing me off.
Well,
And like Alan Fisher video from the day before yesterday talking about can you live in the United States without a car put me above the edge, you know, because it made me realize that our country, we are forced to drive everywhere when we don't even need to, you know? Like,
yeah.
and Gene, there are not that many areas in the United States where you can actually be able to do that. You've been a whole bunch of it. Like,
Yes.
and Gene it with photos to the ground for the car. That really pissing me off when you did think about that in reality. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, on a lighter note, we have some good news here in Dominican Republic.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
They're almost completing the new metro station in Santo Domingo.
That a victory. That is a victory. You know? To be honest, Jane, do you remember when I told you about Canada? About them going to a cashless society? Well, it's up and not good happening there, if you know what I mean. What happened when you try to control your people money? But yeah. Bright line, you there, bud? 1 minute. Uh-oh. You there? We just lost contact with Brightline. Well, let me call him again. Let me try this. Original call. Hey, bud, you there? I can't hear you. 1 minute. You there? One minute. Whew, probably the internet in it, James, because he did say that internet there was not doing so well. But yeah. But that's something that I will be on it about. We do gotta think about. And that should fix that problem. Yep, Jake. Lost signal. Alright, let's try it again. It probably internet signal in his area. But hearing what he said, that is pretty great news. But yeah. All right. Went late until he called me back, but to be honest, we really have put ourselves in a crapper. But hearing what he said, that is some good news. All right, let's try to call him on Discord, not Discord, but Messenger. See if we can call him over here. But yeah. And yes, eventually I will get a new tablet. Eventually. I'm probably going to have to talk to him later on about this. But yeah. In bed. Alright, so he in bed. But if I can't get into contact with, Brightline again, then, we'll be ending the live stream really soon. Because it is already 11:15. And I don't want to keep Vel up through the night. So I'm probably going to end the live stream really soon. But we did get a good amount of stuff done, if y'all know what I mean. But what Brightline said, it actually pretty damn good new. I'm not going to lie. Heck, I'm glad for them because that means they're a lot closer. But yeah. But with it being 11:16 at night and Val gotta be work at 5:30 in the morning, which kind of sucks for her, but I only got a 4-hour shift tomorrow from 3:30 until 7:30. But now that I got this done, I hope y'all really enjoyed what we talked about today. I hope y'all enjoyed the track plan, and sorry that y'all noted some of the meme stuff that I'm working on in photos, or that I'm actually going to be working on to make memes, because I'm thinking about trying to make them funny memes, if y'all know what I mean. So yeah, if y'all seen them, then oof, but I might scrap those, but I will talk to Brightline later on, and I'll update y'all if it was the internet or something, but I hope y'all enjoyed always having our friend Brightline on, because he always good. So yeah. It always good having people that I know on, people that I'm friends with, but it always good. Now, I hope everybody is having a great Sunday night, and I hope everybody is looking forward to Memorial Day. So I hope everybody have a great Memorial Day. Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you all later. Have a night, everyone, and a night, morning, anywhere else. Like, good evening, good night, good morning. So have a nice day, everyone. Bye.